Welcome, everyone. Vader's here with the man who claimed to be the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, you see.
It's
And
not a claim when you back it up.
Ha! And today he will live unbox the Tweeterhead Trapjaw. Came fresh off the truck today, ladies and gentlemen. I give you Lawrence, the Hitman. Ooh, pause. What's happening? Eagle Toy Quest.
What up, everybody?
Yeah, they
How
following
we
it.
doing?
We just hanging out, man. You see, if you can tell by the background, the Hitman, he collect that Masters of the Universe, and there's some Batman in there somewhere too.
There is some Batman in here. He's getting smaller and smaller, I'll tell you.
Ooh, pause. Don't get smaller, Jack.
Yeah. So
Brenton in the house. Norman in the house.
Batman's got to make a little room for He-Man.
Oh
I've
no!
gotten so much stuff in, man. It's crazy.
So wait a minute, Batman getting processed, or what's going on?
Well, I did put up a few pieces for sale. I was gonna get rid of a couple of PFs, and maybe like the 1/6 Batman pieces. But we'll see. I mean, for right now, I still got enough room to make it all happen.
Right.
But if I start running out of room, I'll box it up and see what happens. I might sell it. I might keep it.
Oh my! So you're saying that when it come down to space, Master of the Universe get the nod over Gotham City? Is that what you're saying?
That is correct. Yes.
Oh my!
Masters will take precedence over Batman. So Batman will have to go.
Oh my goodness!
Yep.
Oh no!
There's plenty of people out there that got plenty of Batman statues.
You got that right.
A lot of Masters of the Universe love. It was my first love as a kid.
There you
go. Being a real young kid watching He-Man in the middle of the morning, always driving my mom nuts. She said I used to I'd be 3 years old. It'd be on. I didn't sleep well, so I'd go downstairs in my blanket at 4 in the morning and flip on He-Man, and she knew where I was.
On at 4 in the morning.
It's like syndicated, so you never knew. I mean, it just ran kind of all the time.
Okay.
It was kind of winding down when I was little. He-Man really started this. The show started in '83.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
and I was born in '82.
Okay, all right.
So by the time I'm 4 years old, it's starting to wind down. So it's syndicated, and it just sort of plays all over the place.
Right. I was about to say, I mean, He-Man for me, He-Man came in the afternoon when I got home and everything.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So I always watched it in the afternoon too, but then you start getting into '86, '87.
Yeah.
When the show sort of ran its course, then it just sort of played various times.
Then they had. Did you ever see that He-Man where he's skinny and got that ponytail and all that kind of stuff? You ever see that?
Oh yeah, the '90s He-Man. Yeah, so in '90 they rebooted that with the New Adventures He-Man, and that was really. I was a little older then. Would have been like 7, 8 years old, and so that one I really kind of followed that. The toys at the time were cool. I had those toys, and they were at McDonald's. You could get those toys at McDonald's. That was kind of a big thing for the franchise, and that one didn't pan out. It lasted 2 seasons, flopped, and then it went away for the next 20 years almost. I mean, it was really 2002 when they rebooted that with the.
That one was good.
That one was real good. The NBC Creations one, it was real good. It lasted. It flopped too. It got put on Cartoon Network at night. I don't think it did well for whatever reason, but it was a good show. Good character designs. Good rethought of the character, and then obviously it sat dormant for a while again, and then of course Kevin Smith brought back with the Revelations.
Tim in the house.
What up with Tim? And then yeah, from there, they did this CGI one that was really geared towards kids on Netflix too, and that was actually really good. That one's worth a watch. It's not
Okay.
everybody's He-Man. If you're an old school traditionalist, don't watch it. That's not for you. But if you want to get your kids involved, you got younger kids, they're 3, they're 4, they're 5, whatever. It's something that they would gravitate to. The anime style, the CGI style, the character redesign. It's got a good story to it. It's definitely worth watching. I enjoyed it. I'm not so much of a traditionalist. I like new takes on things, so I was all good with it.
All right. Well, look, man, the people are here. They ready
They're
for
here.
you. So,
Might as well do it. Let me know
yeah.
if I get out of frame or anything, you can't see it. Just holler
Oh,
at me.
okay, we will. And I don't know if you ever caught that reboot they did on Thundercats, but that one was hardcore too. Because I remember the one episode I did watch, they messed around and had Jackal Man in an electric chair. They was about to nuke him. I was like, Slim, what is this?
Yeah, that one was actually really good too. It
Yeah,
also, suffered the same fate as the 2002 He-Man. It didn't do well for whatever reason, but that was a good show.
yeah, it was.
I'd
So,
liken it to the Voltron reboot that you can catch on Netflix. I mean, that one's pretty good too.
so Vader gonna tell y'all. I told Lawrence this when we did the interview, which will be airing soon, by the way. So Vader, he didn't get to see all the He-Mans that came on Cartoon Network, you see, but a friend of his, he taped them all. And back then Vader was in a very fragile state of mind. He stopped watching music videos. They had all these naked chicks on there and everything, and make Vader want to go to the strip club, and Vader ain't had no money. So anyway, that's around the time when we call it Monsters Ball came out. And of course everybody had a crush on Halle Berry. And he said, "Man, you seen Monsters Ball?" I said, "No, I don't want to see it, man. I can't watch it." So this cruddy Bama. So he give me the He-Man. He had all the He-Mans on tape and everything. I went to the store, got me a nice steak and cheese, and everything was ready. So I'm watching He-Man. One episode of He-Man come on. 2 episodes of He-Man come on. Next thing on the 3rd episode, right in the middle, that's when he edited in the hint with Billy Bob Thornton and old girl. She talking about, "I want you to make me feel good." Man, I broke the button on my VCR, turned that shit off, and called him on the phone. I said, "You dirty, stinking motherfucker." He picked up the phone and stuff because it came to his answer machine. He started laughing and hung up.
That's
I said,
awesome,
I
dude.
said, "How you gonna desecrate He-Man? What kind of shit is that?"
That's terrible. That
That's
is
horrible.
terrible.
That's horrible.
You
You
do
can't
that.
desecrate He-Man, man.
You can't desecrate He-Man like
That's
that.
some
I'll tell
bullshit.
you what, though, man, that's a hard series. The 2002 series, a hard series to
Mhm.
track down. You can get it on Amazon Prime right now. It's included with the Prime subscription.
Yeah.
It comes and goes like everything does, but to
I
like find a DVD, like a physical media copy of that
I think
thing.
I still got it. I gotta look because I did buy it on DVD, and because I do have, because I was telling somebody I do have the OG Clone Wars, the ones from Cartoon Network. I do
Okay.
have those. Yeah.
Yeah, those are good
So
too.
yeah, I got
So it
both.
came with some corner pieces, so that's kind of nice because and Tweeterhead does that, but protects the box, protects the piece from rattling around in there.
Oh, we got Emperor in the house. Happy birthday, Emperor. Happy birthday, Geo. Somebody else's birthday was today too.
All right. All right. Maybe reposition the camera a little bit. Of course, this is just the box, so nothing too exciting. It is just a box. Some people get excited over them, and that's fine. So make sure you can see that there.
We got Romy Rome in the house. Tommy DeVito holla.
Of course, it looks like the box itself on this side. Just looking at an actual picture of the statue itself.
Oh yes.
Nothing on the side. Another kind of half picture of the statue on the front of the box. And then nothing on the side. And then on the top of the box, just says Trapjaw Maquette. And then the Masters of the Universe logo. So,
Oh yes.
Let's pop her open here.
One thing Vader always said: no villain in the history of villains dogged their subordinates better than Skeletor. Nobody did it better.
That
Nobody
is
did it
true.
better. I mean,
That is true.
I challenge you to find. He used to dog poor Beastman. He say, "You witless fools, you bumbling idiot." I used to be
You
dying.
witless boob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Skeletor is the quintessential trash talker to his henchmen.
Man,
There's no doubt about it.
Skeletor was the best, man. They couldn't mess with Skeletor. And these memes they got with Skeletor be having me rolling.
Oh my god, yeah. Some of
Yeah,
them are
those things are
hilarious, dude.
funny, man.
They are hilarious. Some of them are just like, did you know at one time, I don't know. It's usually something stupid. I can't remember any of them,
It's
but then it's
crazy.
like, till we meet again.
Yeah, Ted, he be running. Say, man, where they find Skeletor? So is this the how many other of these do you have?
That was a great question. So move some shit
Okay.
around here.
Oh shit.
Got all those up there.
We done lost you, bro.
Uh-oh.
That's cool.
I think I
Pulled out, pause.
I did. I pulled out, man.
Don't
Don't want any accidents.
Oh God, don't have no accident. Yeah, man, they desecrated He-Man all them years ago, bro. Broke the DVD, tripped over my coffee table, all kind of shit, man. Because this motherfucker want to put Monsters Ball in the middle of He-Man. They ruined He-Man for me forever. You see?
Oh, let me see. I'm not sure.
There you go. Uh-huh.
So got all those ones up there. So the He-Man and Skeletor started with Sideshow, and then Tweeterhead kind of took over the line. I got the Orko from Tweeterhead.
Oh yeah.
Then I got that Minion from Tweeterhead. Hordak's in the back there.
Okay.
You can kind of see him at a different angle back there. Then I got Merman up there, and then Tilo's back there too. So Trapjaw was part of this line. And then the latest statue that I got is that He-Man on the Battle Cat, which is just phenomenal. It's really big for a 1/6 piece. So
will you be acquiring Beastman next?
I will. Yes. So Beastman is on pre-order. And then aside from Beastman, they actually did another Skeletor. So
did they? I didn't know that.
They did. And that Skeletor will ship first, and it's it's a completely different pose and mold and sculpt, and it's Tweeterhead's own version of it instead of the Sideshow version.
Right.
So it's the Sideshow version sort of has him kind of looking like a meekly sorcerer, or like a powerful sorcerer, I guess, where he's kind of hunched in the darkness, I guess would be how you kind of call his pose or whatever. But the new one, he's like standing up really tall, looking badass. So, we'll see. Not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but of course my dumbass had to order it because there's never enough Skeletors. It's like there's never enough Vaders, right?
I guess, man. Again, it's hard with Vader, man, because he just got one look, and the only way they can make him look different now is just to give him like battle damage and everything. So
I thought I cut that, but apparently I didn't.
It's weird now. Everybody getting all this life size shit, man. I said, man, I can't. While I'm living here, I can't on life size stuff. But
yeah, I mean the Skeletor bust and the He-Man bust are about where I'm going to end on that.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
All right, so he's big sumbitch. Get the base out first.
Snake Mountain.
Yeah, what's cool is they have done sort of a motif of these that sort of carry in that same flavor. for each one of the pieces. So the villains stand on a Snake Mountain sort of piece, and the heroes stand on Grayskull pieces.
Right.
So they have kept that sort of throughout the line.
Show the bottom. There you go. Trapjaw Tweeterhead. Was it 577?
577 of 800.
800.
And this is the exclusive version. So this comes with, I think this is an exclusive version. I'm pretty sure there was an exclusive. Pretty sure the exclusive has an extra portrait, maybe. If it's not an extra portrait, it's an extra arm hand thing. Not sure which one it is.
Yeah,
but
he could switch those weapons or whatever on his arm, so probably something different. Got the Dark Lord in the house.
So
Damn, that's nice, man.
yeah, it is really, really detailed. The
Look at the armor
on his legs. And then even here, nice detailing, some nice shading on it. Nice bracers, belt. Got some spikes and the shoulder guards. Not leather, but painted like leather. I think it looks really good.
figure Kong in the house.
It's a little cold. Hopefully I don't have to heat anything up to get it to fit into place, but
yeah,
it just came today right off the truck, so oh, slides right down in.
It's always nice when that happens.
Yep. No lube or nothing.
I see Evelyn up there too, or no?
No, I didn't get that one. Not a regret. I know Tweeterhead is going to do it. They did say she's a ways out, but they are going to do it.
Okay.
You know, some of their next ones, again, they got Skeletor, they got Beastman, Sorceress.
Oh wow.
Skeletor, or I'm sorry, yeah, Skeletor and Panther to match the 1/6 He-Man. And then what else did they unveil? So they said they were going to do 3 Masters pieces plus the Skeletor and a Panther for 2024. So I know there's a third one, Sorceress, Beastman, and I'm trying to think of the other ones. But I'm sure, you know, they're going to, you know, they tell me they're going to go as deep in the line as they possibly can. So.
All right. I'm good, Figure Kong. What's up, Professor?
All right, let's see what we got here next. This is like a saw gun piece that fits on his belt.
Oh wow.
So I'll find out. I believe it fits. Right through there like that. It's a pretty nice little detail. I'll grab the camera in a little while and get some close-ups of everything.
Oh yeah. You grabbing any of their Batman stuff? Like, 'cause I know they're coming out with the Two-Face and everything.
Me?
Yeah.
No. The only thing that I really want, and I'll be honest, I mean, I would sell some of my stuff to get it that's Batman related at this point. I really like that life-size bust that just came out. There's only like 99 of them or whatever, but I really like that thing.
Okay. Oh wow, got the hook claw.
So that's one of the arms. It's got a nice detail on it here. Fits right in, snug as a bug. Turn it around so you can see that arm. I got portrait number 1 here. Got a spiked helmet. You know, one of the things to love about Masters of the Universe, and I think a lot of the reasons why it spoke to so many kids, are just the colors. I mean,
True.
everybody is a different color.
I think they got a. I don't know if they made it or not, but I think they need to make a Man at Arms.
Yeah, so Tweeterhead, I'm pretty sure, is going to end up making a Man at Arms. I mean, he's one of the most popular characters. He's one of my favorite characters. There's no way they could not make that.
Yeah, because it
Another.
didn't. Sideshow made a She-Ra too, right?
They did. I also did
Yeah.
not get her, but I anticipate they'll do their own version.
Oh, okay.
Another piece for the belt, just to put on. Again, some nice detail with his extra tools and switch outs that he has. So it looks
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I remember on the show he used to switch his arm out, and sometimes it was a gun, or sometimes it was some kind of blade or something. Yeah, they are, Brenton. She's Tweeterhead putting out some awesome things.
they really do. I mean,
Yeah.
I started collecting with them early on. I got there early, like Skeletor bust. They did a small quarter scale bust line of Masters of the Universe
Mm-hmm.
early on. And these were their early pieces, and even those are just like top-notch pieces. Solid, heavy. Hell, I dropped that thing on a hard floor. It didn't get a scratch.
Wow. I know their original Joker. I think it was 1/6 scale. Today,
Yeah,
that's still my favorite Joker.
I have that.
That one is. I love that Joker. The one with the Joker gas and all that stuff.
Yep,
Yep, I love that Joker.
there we go. Took me a minute to figure that one out. And then here's his other arm piece. It's a saw blade with a cannon. So,
Oh wow, yeah,
it's cool detail on the inside.
like a bayonet kind of thing. Damn. Which one? Which one you think you're gonna use?
I'll probably use this one.
Yeah, I like
I
this
like
one
this
better.
bigger,
Yeah.
thicker one. This is old school. This one's definitely more in line with like the cartoon.
I hate to tell you, Brenton, he's a DC guy. So I remember being on with him with Batman Statue Collector. I don't think he plans on making any Marvel stuff.
What, Tweeterhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that they would do that either. This one's having trouble getting on there. Probably something my dumb ass is doing. Yep, there we go.
Certainly looks cold from a distance.
There we go. Well, there he is. So there's only one more portrait to pull out here.
Oh, we got two portraits too. Okay.
Got two portraits, yep. So this is definitely more modern style. It's got the spikes on the helmet. And then this one is the old like action figure style.
Okay.
They wanted to do so the action figure
Oh
came
yeah,
with this
yeah,
loop
yeah.
on it. I don't know what the purpose of that would be, but
Yeah.
as a kid, I can remember, you'd tie like a string to it and have them kind of going down.
Yeah, I'm about to say they could hook his ass out of there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
So
That's crazy.
and you can see the differences in the jaws.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't like them both, but I think I'd go with the new one.
Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah.
I definitely like the newer one myself. I'm more of a modern take on these. Let's see. Make sure it all goes on there. There we go, man. There he is.
Yeah, sure. See if we can get in. There's Batman over there. He checking him out.
Yeah,
too.
Batman is
and got the belts. Oh yeah.
So I still got a decent amount. There's that Joker you were talking about.
Yeah, I love that piece. Love that piece. I wish that one was quarter scale. Because that one, I mean, not that I get it, but I'm just saying that's my favorite one.
So portrait down a shoulder guard. Lots of detail on the mechanics of the arm. You can see they kind of, it looks kind of like belts and ratchets and things to kind of like make it functional.
Got cash money in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
So I think it's painted really well, and it's really dark and gritty, which I think is what you need for these modern takes on these characters.
Right.
It's supposed to be evil guys killing guys, so not that they did much killing in the cartoon, but nowadays, they would be, and the new interpretation has that happening. And
oh yeah, the one on Netflix. Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that was good.
I mean, in the first episode, everybody's dying, right? So
yeah. Only thing was I wasn't a big fan of Mark Hamill doing Skeletor for some reason.
yeah, it sounded a lot like the
It
Joker.
sounded like the Joker. I was like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't feel like he found the right voice 100% on that, but
no.
Listen, Mark Hamill gets a pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, he did good when he did Ozai on the Avatar. I didn't even know that was him.
Oh yeah, wow. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that was Mark Hamill.
So I've seen a lot of good things about this statue on, just the different forums and stuff, people that have gotten it, whether it's been, different Masters of the Universe groups I'm in, or other statue groups where it may have been posted. There was only one person I saw that didn't care for theirs. They thought the paint was really flat and that, it doesn't really match the rest of the line. I don't see that at all personally, but, I hate that person didn't really care for their version, but he didn't feel like there was any shading. He felt it was all like one color, and I don't know, what I'm looking on mine is shaded well. It's got different textures on his skin, and there's highlights on the skin and the skin tone and stuff. So I don't know. I don't have any concerns myself personally. Maybe I'm easy to please, but to me this is a badass piece.
Yeah, I like it, man. And I've heard several people say about the Beast Man, they thought it was kind of dull paint wise, but because Beast Man had this bright red fur and everything.
Yeah, and again, I mean, I think it's just somewhat of a new interpretation for those characters. and it's just more of a modernization, I guess. And I think too, C4 Studio had done their version, and it's pretty bright.
Right.
And I think they wanted to. I think they knew that probably wanted to separate themselves from that piece a little bit
Yeah.
because C4 Studio did a really nice job. I mean, whether that's a fan art or whatever you want to call it,
Hmm.
they did knock it out of the park with that piece.
Yeah. I remember PCS. They did theirs, and theirs look exactly like the
Yeah,
cartoon.
they did the
Yeah.
cartoon versions for sure.
Yeah.
They were, ripped right out of the cartoon.
They were. They were.
Iron Studios though, man, I got all those 110 pieces.
Mm.
You can kind of see them down there.
Okay. Oh yeah, I kind of can see him a little bit. Yeah.
See them a little bit down there. Those pieces are phenomenal.
Hmm.
They are fantastic, and I got another one coming on. I think it's tomorrow. I think the Manny Faces is coming tomorrow,
Oh yeah.
and
That's that's something else. Something. How deep is Tweeterhead gonna go? They Ram Man and Stratos and
yeah, absolutely.
Faker. You could
Yeah, I
you
mean they need a Man at Arms, they need a
definitely need
Stratos,
Man at
they need
Arms.
a Ram
Definitely.
Man. You're absolutely right. They need to redo Evil Lynn just because
Mm,
I need one.
right.
Um, obviously they've done Tila, they've done Hordak, they've done Merman,
Mhm.
Beastman. But there are a lot of other characters. You could do a Moss Man, you could do a Spikor, you could do um Triclops. Triclops I think is an absolute must.
Yeah.
Um Scareglow. I mean, there's a ton of popular characters out there.
Would you be in the market for Prince Adam?
Yeah, I think I would do it given the right circumstances. So I got sucked into that 1/6 Mondo line,
Hmm.
and they're in the back there. And I just picked up that Prince Adam. You can see him in the back there, from Mondo. I just got that delivered a couple days ago,
Hmm.
and it's a really cool piece. I mean, I wasn't much of a 1/6 collector, but Mondo's really kind of knocked it out of the park with those as figures, and I dig it.
Here's a question from Britton. Do you ever question how deep these companies will go before you jump into a line?
For me, I didn't. Once He-Man and Skeletor came out, I was like, well, if they don't ever do any more, I at least get the main characters of He-Man and Skeletor,
Right.
because to me that's the property. That's the property that everybody knows. Everybody, like, those are the mainstream two characters. Like, anybody that sees He-Man or Skeletor pop up on a piece of media, or pop culture or whatever, even people who are young generally tend to know who those characters are. They've
Right.
sort of traversed several generations, and have stood the test of time in terms of that. So when He-Man and Skeletor came out, that was enough for me. The fact that they've done more for me is icing on the cake. Um, I'll take what I can get.
Right. I've been I mean I thought a while back when the Powerball hit like $1 billion, I said, man, if I could do a line, it's strange, me being the Sith guy and everything. I would want somebody to do G.I. Joe, like in quarter scale. Like I think that's
Hmm.
they got a few third scales and everything, and Sideshow made a few quarter scales, but I think, man, that's a goal because and it's surprising because I think I was talking to Norman and XM, they're doing the Transformers, so I guess they got the Hasbro
Yeah,
line. So why you can't do GI Joe? You know what I mean?
yeah. And
So
somebody did 1/5 on.
yeah, they did a Snake Eyes fifth scale,
Yeah.
and
Oh, they did Thundercats too. Somebody did Thundercats, didn't
yeah,
they?
Sideshow did. Sideshow made
I thought, yeah,
yeah,
Sideshow did Thundercats,
hmm
yeah. And
yeah,
then Iron Studios is doing 110. I'll tell you, man, if you want to save money and you want to collect, would you be interested in a live action Dolph Lundgren He-Man statue? Uh, yeah. So I actually have talked to a couple people about that. I personally, maybe I'm a sucker, and maybe I'm just too easy to please, but to me, more Masters of the Universe is a good thing. I don't care whether it, is live action, animated, CGI. Take your pick. For me, as a kid. I was 5, I think, when that movie came out, 4 or 5. That movie's awesome.
Yeah, I
Is
like
it
that movie.
is it Masters of the Universe from the cartoon?
No.
No. Is
Yeah.
it Masters of the Universe from the comic book? No. Is it its own thing? And they've sort of done this
Yeah.
multiverse with Masters of the Universe, like the Spider-Verse, right?
Hmm.
They've done this multiverse thing over the last several years where they've been able to incorporate everything and, just treat it like a different world, and it is. And for me, yeah, I would love a Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella Skeletor live action. I think those would be cool as hell, for
Yeah.
sure.
They talking about see, I think I need them to go beyond like Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow and everything. Like I need all of them. Duke, Low Light, Doc, Rock and Roll, Stalker, Roadblock, Alpine, like all of them, and especially Cobra Man. I need all the officers. I need the Crimson Guard, Tomax, and Zaymot.
I think if anyone's likely to do that, you're going to see like an Iron Studios do that in 110.
Right.
And
Yeah.
again, if you want to collect multiple lines, you
That I
want to
would
save
collect.
space,
Yeah.
and you want to save money, those Iron Studios pieces could probably satiate what you want to do, because I know they're 110, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, quarter or fifth or third or, even larger, but the detail that they've put in these 110 pieces, and Tim can attest to it. I mean, he's got the X-Men
Quick kick. Yep.
one, right? But
Yeah. Yeah,
it's they really do a great job, and they've got multiple lines of it now. They've got Masters, they've got Turtles, they've
Thundercats.
got Thundercats,
Star Wars. They're making Star Wars
Dungeons and
110 too.
Dragons, Lord of the Rings. So if you're into collecting multiple properties, shit, if I had started probably years, like if they had started that years and years and years ago, I probably would have taken my collection in that direction versus the direction I have it in today. I would have collected multiple different properties at a smaller scale that was still statue based, that I could set up different ways. Because I mean, I think if you were able to do that as a collector with those 110 Iron Studio pieces, they're really good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody else is really in the 110th conversation side Iron Studios, man. Because
Yeah, I agree.
you know,
Even the detail that they can get on the live action ones. I mean, some of the likeness is off a little bit, but if you like that character and the suit is on point and whatnot, it looks pretty good.
yeah, but I guess everybody's on. The ideal scale is a quarter scale for everybody, but still, I still, and I tell people, some people don't agree. They always say you crazy. To me, that Maul that they did a Darth Maul in 110 where he's like is from the Duel of the Fates, and he's kind of like stepping down on some steps a little bit, but they did the effect where you're moving the lightsaber and it kind of got the trail. That's that one, and they coming out with this Vader in 110. I wish both of those was quarter scale because both of those are amazing pieces.
Don't overlook those 110s though, man. I know that you got a lot of quarter scale behind you there, but if if you don't want to put them up against those, sitting on a desk at work, sitting on a desk, or a bookcase somewhere, they're class pieces
They
for
are.
sure.
They sure are.
And like the ones where you can get with like the Turtles or the Thundercats or the Masters or whatever, they kind of make a big battle diorama, and you can, and that's what's going to happen down there when I get all of those pieces. That's going to be one big battle diorama down there.
And
So
then what up the Avengers one from the MCU too.
yeah,
They did. Was
absolutely.
fire, So
Yeah, I think they were really smart to tackle a market that really nobody else was kind of in, and go with a bunch of different properties, because they're affordable. They're good for space if you got a little place. But
yeah,
110 Cobra Rattler. I
yeah.
bet you guys, I would be shocked if they don't do a GI Joe run. I mean, if they can get the license, I bet you they do it.
It's great. I'm shocked that XM hasn't, since they got Hasbro, doing Transformers, that they haven't explored the market for GI Joe, because to me that's like the last for everything else. They're making Power Rangers and
Yeah, they got Power Rangers.
Anime, all kind of stuff is getting made, but GI Joe is the one kind of one that's not really getting the
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, pre-pose action. Yeah, true. So final thoughts, man. What do you think?
I mean, Tweeterhead continues to pump out just really quality pieces. Like I said, I've never received one bad product from that company.
Right.
All the way back to the infancy of their, early startups. Um, they continue to just pump out piece after piece after piece. So it's just top notch. It's good sculpt. It's good color, paint, good design. Um, design on these characters is amazing. They're modern, but they still give you that nostalgia because they've really tried to stay true to those characters. So I think that's super important when you're looking at a property like Masters and you want to bring it into a modern era, but you want to leave all that nostalgic touch that those characters had for you when you were a kid. You really can't do much better. They are 1/5 scale, but I think they're pretty good size, 1/5 scale. Some of them are as big as early quarter scale pieces that you might have seen. So I do like the fact that they're 1/5 and not 1/4. So they do save on some space there from that perspective as well. Because I think 1/4, from a height perspective, and
Mhm.
it gets a little challenging in certain rooms. Um, but yeah, I mean, can't say enough nice things about Tweeterhead in general. And then, of course, this piece we just unboxed. I think it's great. Great skin tone, beautiful color, nice weathering on the armor and the clothing. Just top notch quality piece by them again. So I'm proud to have it in my collection.
Another winner by Tweeterhead. We can't wait to see when because Beastman. I've always thought a Beastman statue would be amazing with all these teeth and whips and spikes and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I did get to see the prototype at PowerCon.
mm.
Um, it's got a lot of detail in it, so I think it's going to be a great piece.
Well, all right, my man. We want to thank everybody for tuning in, and
Yeah,
we want to leave you with this thought. You're gonna find it's a lot harder jumping off than it is jumping on. I mean, a lot easier jumping on than it is jumping off. Woo!